The West is not your problem. Your problem is your greedy politicians. Look at this video I'm about to play for you right now. See, this is not the blame game. Yes, we know that other countries were colonized. America was colonized, Japan was colonized, India was colonized. We know all this. But the difference is that Africa was colonized and Africa was never free. We are never free. We are in neo-colonialism. We are subjected to modern-day slavery. I was on the phone with a friend of mine in US the other day, and he was talking about the business that he wants to, set up. And I asked him a question. I was like, how do you fund such a very expensive business? He laughed and said something. He said, unlike Nigeria, in this country, if you have an idea, if you have a project that will benefit you, that will make you successful, that will contribute to the society, the government funds it. Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria was never structured to succeed. Nigeria was structured to fail. I was so disgusted when so many of you were celebrating because your presidential candidate P2B was spotted in number 10 Downings. I was very disgusted, and I said something. I said, before they destroy you, they will bring you close. They will learn everything they need to know about you. And that's exactly what happened to P2B. If we are not slaves to these people, what is the business between a Nigerian presidential candidate and number 10 Downings? What is the interest of your Britain with Nigerian politics? You don't have a country. This place is a company. And your politicians are employees. And all of us are slaves working in the company. The CEO of this company are in number 10 Downings. The CEO of this company are in Buckingham Palace. Our people say that, if you don't know the root cause of your problem, you can never find a permanent solution. This is us sensitizing our people. We need to understand the root cause of our problem. A lot of people that are on the same level of emancipation, a lot of people that are on the same level of liberation will never be a puppet to white supremacy. They will never take an oath to work against their own people. That is what your government do. Your politicians are members of Freemason. Your celebrities, your clergies, your pastors, your priests, all of them are members of Freemason, and they have taken an oath to work against their own people. This is exactly the same thing that will happen while we were subjected to slavery in their plantation. If you show loyalty to them, if you show that you are capable of reaping your own people, if you show that you can be a sellout, you can be used against your own people, they will give you a rank. So your politicians are sellouts that they give rank. The people that have taken oath to work against you, to work for their interests. Nothing works in this country and nothing will ever work. Freemason, Illuminati, all of them was set up by Catholic Church and the Anglican Church. Nothing will ever work until we are totally free. This is not complaining. This is not a blame game. We are trying to sensitize our people. So many people that I know that are in this level of wokeness, this level of emancipation, will never be a slave to white supremacy. They can never take oaths against their own people. We keep exposing this thing so that the next generation will understand what the problem is. If you take their oath and you go against the oath that you took, you'll be eliminated in less than 24 hours. They know what to do, but they can never do it because they have taken an oath to do otherwise. I was on the phone with another friend the other time. The guy is in the UK, a Cameroonian, and he was telling me, he was showing me all the things that is needed to light up the country. You don't have steady electricity because they don't want to give you steady electricity. It's very cheap. The equipment to give you 24 hours, 365 days steady electricity is there, and it's very cheap. But they don't want to do it because they don't want you to succeed. They don't want the country to succeed. This place was never meant structured to succeed. It is structured to fail. You need to understand that. Yes, look at this video. He says this all. This is why all the best brains in these countries are not in the country. This is why if you want to create a job, if you want to build a factory, if you want to do something that will make your people productive, that will make your people progress in your community youth will come. They will come and start extorting you. The local government council, they will come and be extorting you. These people will extort you until you go bankrupt. You will run away from the project. You will not do it. But if it's a church that you want to set up in your community, the same community, they will come and be packing sand. All of them, they will come and be helping. Nobody will ask you for a kobo. Because you want to build something that will give them death instead of life. You want to build something that will cage their brain. The government they structure this company to fail. The government, they keep funding useless projects. They can never fund anything that will be beneficial to their people because they don't want you to succeed. Look at somebody like Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. Such person, that level of emancipation, that level of wokeness, he can never be a puppet to white supremacy. He said homeland or death. He can never. If we are fully emancipated and we have enough people that are wise, that are intelligent, emancipation will automatically subdue that greed that is in every one of us. People will understand that they don't have any other home than here. People will understand that you don't have to take the devil's bait. It's either you work for your people or you don't even get to that position at all. If they cannot allow you to work for your people as a politician, then you don't be a politician. You don't enter a government and start working against your people. It is this liberation, this emancipation that will make you to understand that.
America is never going to pay its debts. It doesn't have to. Its debts are in its own currency. We can simply print it. The African debt is not in its currency. The African debt is in US dollars. Africa has to earn the US dollars, and the only way it can earn the US dollars is not to be assassinated for growing its own food and becoming independent and doing something that the United States does not like. The principle underlying the foundation of the World Bank is that no country should grow its own food. Africa and the third world should only grow export crops. To export, in order to have an oversupply of cocoa and other tropical raw materials, to keep down the price, they must buy their grain from the United States or Europe, so that if they do something that we don't like, we can do what America tried to do to China in the 60s. We can sanction them. We can say, we're going to starve you. We're going to not export any grain to you. So owing their foreign debt in dollars means that they have to somehow sell something that the United States wants, not what they want. I think the most evil organizations in the world today are the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund.